Kinda.
A little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, I did that a minute ago, and there's white pus.
There was. Okay, so it's got an abscess, so you need to go ahead and rinse that off. That needs to be looked at.
All right.
If pus is coming out of it, you probably got a staph infection.
Okay, that's okay. I can make it to the house, I think.
Well, it doesn't have to be looked at right this minute.
Right.
But in the
By the next 2 days.
24 to 48 hours, yeah. Especially if it swells more, or it becomes more painful, or it drains more.
Yeah.
Or if it gets hot.
An animal would like immediately do that to me?
That's an animal bite?
No, it's a scratch.
Who did that?
A cat.
Oh, honey, you need to get that looked at
Okay.
today. That could be Catscratch fever, and that's a bad infection. That's not just going to be staph. Yeah.
I didn't know cats gave fevers.
It's called Catscratch fever. It's an infection that spreads very quickly, and your hand can go from a little bit puffy to the whole thing is swollen, and you're on IV antibiotics for a week.
All right.
All right, let's go find you an urgent care. All right, so that's a cat scratch, yeah. And we're not going to play with a cat scratch. Yeah, it is a tiny little thing, and sometimes a tiny little thing can end up being your entire hand.
I don't like that.
Okay. All right, my nosy personal mom thing. Do you have money for an urgent care? Okay, I do. Okay, let's go find you an urgent care. We're not going to change. I hate to tell people you're not going to change the system. But I got this. There was a woman and her daughter and a toddler got locked out of the Red Cross one night. And they didn't have any place to go. They were going to sleep in their car. So they ended up coming home with me. And when we left, when I got up to leave the next morning, they were already gone. And sometimes my concern when I bring folks to the house is there an exit plan? Are they going to think that they can stay here forever? What are we doing next? Because I don't want to be the person that says you can't stay here.
Right.
But they were already gone. And she left a note next to the door that said, look, what you're doing is not going to change the world. But you made sure that we were safe last night, and we had a place to sleep, and we can start today knowing that it's not all bad, that yesterday was rough, but today is better, and that's how things are going to change. And it's that constant
That feels nice.
chipping away, just the little bits that you do every day. Eventually it all adds up, because you do your little bit without even knowing that somebody over here is doing a little bit, and a little bit very quickly becomes a lot. There's a Latin saying that my high school Latin teacher taught me. It translates to dripping hollows out rocks.
Yeah. Erosion.
Yeah. Same thing is true with systems and people. If you keep the right kind of pressure on for long enough, stuff changes.
Not the Red Cross.
Not the Red Cross. But, how much longer can the Red Cross continue with people now seeing and having firsthand experience at this point with the stuff that they pulled after Katrina and during the wildfires and in Haiti and with the blood donations? The Red Cross has a terrible reputation. And they have a lot of very wealthy people still defending them, and they have folks like we talked about earlier who don't either want to or don't know how to think about where else to direct their money. So maybe if you get to keep your hand, we maybe swing by the if it's not too far from here.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. It'd make me feel like I'm
by the food
not a
place.
swollen hand having I was gonna weighing us down. Yeah, that's a metaphor I was going for.
No. It's not weighing us down. I think it's fine. It's kind of my thing anyway. And I'm glad you said, is it supposed to be swollen like this?
Yes, it happened.
This hurts. Is it supposed to? Well, no, that bone is supposed to be on the inside. A lot of street medicing is ridiculously boring. It's, have you had any water? Please take this bottle of water. Would you like to sit in the shade for a moment? And then calming anxious people, because sometimes protest situations.
Just left us get anxious.
Yeah. Or if you're standing there and all of a sudden the police look like they're starting to amp stuff up, but you just came to hold your sign and you can no longer get to your car. Your biggest issue is going to be the anxiety. But it's calming anxiety and preventing weather-related, especially heat-related illness. We don't get too much of the problems with the cold weather. Like
hypothermia?
Yeah,
Not here.
we don't have a lot of trouble with that. But the pavement is not your friend. And if you've been marching or protesting and you sit down on that pavement, you're going to overheat. If you haven't been drinking enough water, it's really easy to get dizzy and feel like you're going to pass out.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to my car and medevac it, but I was preparing for the interview, so I guess I didn't think about it. You know,
That's okay. It's swollen and pus is coming out of it, but it's fine, right?
This looks like any more pus is going to come.
No, you might have gotten the pocket, but it is still swollen all around here.
Yeah.
So I'd be a little concerned that there's...
and I'll probably be good.
Yeah, they may just clean it really well. I don't feel a pocket where they would want to maybe open it.
Swelling's kind of weirding me out a little bit.
Yeah. That could just be inflammation.
What's that?
From your body's responding and sort of walling off where the infection might be.
Cool. I'd probably feel like a fever by now if it was like hardcore staph, huh?
Not necessarily.
Really?
Yeah, you can carry staph for a little. Staph lives on your skin normally. It's just when it manages to get through that it's a problem.
Hi, how can I help you guys?
I got scratched by a cat and after swelling fucking
All right.
Ve ahí a la casa de esta